Hi and welcome to my blog Angel and Princess. Some of you might be watching this because you're regular readers of the blog, and some of you I'm hoping are reading it because you've seen an article about my partner and myself in Marie Claire recently. So just a bit briefly of how I ended up being in a magazine article, which is still very bizarre for me. I'm obviously in a relationship with a transgender woman, and after a while of being in that relationship, I wanted to read stories of other women in a similar situation to me, but couldn't find any. There was very little on the internet, and only 2 books written by the same author, a woman called Helen Boyd, and they really didn't resonate with me. You know, her books is her experience, and I don't take that away, but my experience is much more positive. And I started to think, well, if there's no positive stories out there of women in relationships with transgender women, then maybe I should write one. So I ended up writing a book, which led me to being at a conference led by Marie Claire on how to get published. So I asked a question in the auditorium, and there was lots of interest around it, as there always is when I bring up the topic. People are fascinated. And really for me that's it. Whenever I talk to people, you know, when I meet them, everyone is fascinated, but there's nothing written about it out there. So that's kind of where I got to where I am. But I'm sure you've probably come here more for curiosity factor than knowing the hows and whys and wherefores. So I think what I want to clarify is that I'm not a woman who fancies men who dress as women. I identify as a woman who is in a relationship with a person who partly identifies as being a woman, and she expresses that in the same way that hundreds and thousands of women across the world express it, in the way that we dress, the way that we present ourselves, is all part of our personality. And to me that's very simple. People often say to me that I act as though that's the most natural thing in the world. Well, to me it is, because it's my relationship and that is natural. But the other thing that people often say to me, and what I've been known to say quite often, is that really I have a relationship where I have the best of both worlds. Because I do have a relationship with a man, and I do have the benefits of that and the enjoyment of that. But equally, you know, women in relationships with men, we have our girlfriends and we spend time with them and we talk with them and we might shop, and the good part about that is that they understand you as another woman. But I have that aspect with my partner, so it's all in one. I have a whole full experience. And for me that's the positive side of it. But our relationship is very open and honest, and the strength of it is, I think, because we are in an unusual situation. But both of us very much believe in the independence of one another. We both believe that we should have our dreams. We encourage each other to have, not only have dreams, but actually achieve them. And you know, I've done things in the last years when I've been with Nikki that I would never have dreamt of doing before. I have written a book. It's not published, but I'm working on it. I've started singing lessons, and you know, they've been incredible. And you know, I've started a counselling course. So they're just a few of the things that I've experienced since I've been in a relationship, because my partner has pushed me to achieve those. And we very much are both independent and do our own thing. And in doing that, we remain ourselves. We're not completing one another. And I think it's so easy in a relationship to lose yourself. And I think all of us, certainly me, I've done it. You just lose yourself in trying to make the other person happy. And what we do is make ourselves happy, and we come together and share the different experiences that we've had. And I believe that there's things that people can learn from our relationship, and they're not because we're in an unusual circumstance. And the interesting thing when we were interviewed by the writer for Marie Claire was that we had a conversation almost incidentally as we were finishing the interview, and she said to me that it's easier for me to have come out as being a woman in a relationship with a transgender woman because I'm so confident. And there might be other women in my situation who don't have that confidence, who aren't as brave to step outside of the norm. And I'm so glad that she asked me that, because actually it was really key, because I'm this confident person now because I've come out. It's the experience of being that open and that honest with society that has led me to be where I am now and to be much more confident. So it's been a bit of a journey, and it's been an incredible journey, and I'm still on it. And if anyone else can learn from it, then that's why I'm doing this. That's why we did the article, that's why I'm writing the book and trying to get it published. But I'm sure you've got lots more questions, and I'm always very open, to people asking anything. Nothing's taboo, no question is too private or personal. I'll ask anything that you have a burning desire to know. So I'd love to hear from you. So write on the blog, send me questions, send me your thoughts, and I hope you carry on reading. Thank you.